What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. How's it going, everyone? Yes, it's been a few months since I made the last video. Things are still the same. Nothing has changed. A lot of people have messaged me, asked me if any updates or anything like that. Nope, everything's exactly the same. There hasn't really been any movement in terms of when I'm supposed to get rid of everything. I had asked for an extension, so for anyone that hasn't watched the videos, I was originally given 1 week. I had asked from, I think it was June, maybe July, when all this happened. I had asked for an extension to the end of the year because of the way things are. You have to wait for babies to hatch. Things don't just sell in 1 week, right? So I had given them a letter saying, based off everything that I have to deal with, everything that I have to sell, I need at least till the end of the year. They took forever to get back to me, like 3 weeks to get back to me. And then they had put a limit to how many animals I could own. They had put a limit. They had said that in order for me to own these animals, I had to own them inside of my house. So I couldn't even keep them out here if I just owned them and did not breed them. And that was not what he said at first. Originally, he said it didn't matter how many I had as long as I wasn't selling them. And now things are changing. So I haven't heard back in probably another 3 weeks, to be honest. So it's like, that's just how it goes. So based off that information, I don't know what's going to happen. I had originally thought, keep 30 or so animals and just keep them out here. I have my office in here, so it's not like I'm not in here, So I have to work in here, so I do my meetings, my conference calls, and all my everything in here. So it doesn't hurt for me to be in here feeding the animals and just being with the animals while I'm working. But that's not what he said. He said that I had to keep them inside the house, which now it's all fishy. It's all fishy to me now because of the way everything's going and working out. It's super fishy to me. Because it almost, for some reason, it makes me feel like this is not a legitimate thing. Like somebody's just coming up with stuff, but how can I think like that? This is a government official, how would that happen, right? But that's where I'm at, essentially. The way things are working, it doesn't seem legitimate. It almost seems to me, and this is what other people have mentioned, so I don't want to say this is exactly what's happening, but it almost seems to me like my neighbor who complained is somehow talking to someone this person knows, or maybe talking directly to this person, or whatever the case may be, but somehow somebody's getting into his ears or his mind or whatever, that I need to get rid of everything. And they're literally trying to force me to get rid of everything by making me move everything into the house. Like, that's not what the original thing was. The original thing was I could have as many as I want as long as I'm not selling, or if I was selling, I'd have to have them in the house. That was the way it was supposed to go. I told them I'm not going to sell anymore, and that was it. Well, now I'm supposed to still keep them in the house. It doesn't make any sense. So that was my last reply to them. Was I thought I was allowed to have as many as I want as long as I kept them, and as long as I wasn't selling them. And that was the agreement, and that was what I had asked for, and why I asked for an extension to the end of the year, so I could figure things out. So for anyone that doesn't know, I am keeping all the boas, keeping all the hog noses, and I'm keeping, I want to say it's 12, no, it's like 10, maybe 10 or 12 bearded dragons, and about the same number of ball pythons. So all in all, I think it was less than 40, I think it was 38, 36, something like that. That was an even number because I was like, I'm just trying to keep it even. That's just the way my mind works. I wouldn't want an odd number of animals. So it was 36 or 38 animals, and I was like, that's a good number because that also puts me in a position to at least have a variety, and also puts me at a good spot to, if I decide to breed later on, I'll have stuff that, meshes well together. Because yeah, I was thinking initially to only keep like 4 bearded dragons, but if I did want to get into breeding later on, then I would be limited to what I got and only be able to do certain pairings and have to purchase a lot of things. So I ended up sticking with like 10 or 12, and that was essentially where I felt was a sweet spot. So there's 4 males that I decided to keep, and there is 3 adult females, possibly 5 adult females. There's flies in here, and there was a few holdbacks from this year that I decided that I wouldn't mind if they stayed as well. So I still have time to decide because, again, I haven't heard anything back from this guy, and I still technically, in my eyes, because of what he said, I still have to the end of the year. So I still have time to decide on the babies, but the adults, I'm only keeping 4 adult males because males are a lot harder to find specific to what you want, and 3 adult females as of right now, possibly 5 adult females. And there's only 8 holdbacks for this year, so that puts me, if I were to count the babies as well, that puts me at 18. No, that puts me at 17 because it's 9 adults if I keep the 5 and the 4, and then 7. It's 17 because there's only 8 babies. So that's where I'm at. And then for ball pythons, I kept my female that is world's first, so it's a banana yellow belly fire tri-stripe, and I kept all of the triple het triple het desert ghost, pied, and VPI xanthic, because I think that's a project that probably never die out in my opinion. So most of them are all pretty much, like I have 3 adult females that are pretty much like 600 grams, or not adult females, 3 sub-adult females that are like 600 grams, and 2 males that are about the same weight, so they're ready to breed, but obviously I don't have any females ready to breed. So by the time, I decide to get into breeding again, which will probably be 2 years if it's going to happen, everything will be ready to breed. So there you go. That's where we're at. And I haven't decided if I'm going to continue YouTube, to be honest, because my YouTube channel was about breeding reptiles, and I'm not going to be breeding for at least 2 years. So I guess I can make just YouTube videos on reptiles, call it a day. People will watch it. Even if only half the people watch it, people will watch it. So, and the crazy thing is, I haven't made a video in like 2 or 3 months or something like that, and there has been a lot of views, to be honest. I thought once I stopped making videos, it would like die down a whole lot. It's only been, I want to say, I think it said it went down like 20 or 30% from normal. So that's pretty good, because I think I was doing like 17, something like that, 17,000 views a month. And I think now it's like down to 11. So it's a little bit more than 30%, I'd say. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember exactly what the number was, but that's where we're at. That's how things are. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future. I do have a lot of firsts that happened this year. First hognose babies, first boa babies. I didn't make a video about this because it wasn't really, I haven't really been in the mood to make any YouTube videos for reptiles because of everything. But if you guys haven't been watching my YouTube channel for however long, 2, 3 years, something like that, I have been trying to work Dreamsicles into my collection, and I had a bunch of Dreamsicle female or het Dreamsicle females, pied het lavender is what they were, and a pied and a lavender het pied male that I kept trying and kept trying and kept trying, and I never hit a Dreamsicle. This would be my 3rd year trying, and I had not hit a Dreamsicle yet. Well, this year I hit a Dreamsicle. I hit Dreamsicles, like it was crazy. So it was a pastel lavender het pied to a pied het lavender that's possibly mahogany, possibly something else. I have no clue. And if it is mahogany, it's very, very low quality mahogany. So I never really called her a mahogany pied. But essentially what happened was I ended up with 5 snakes that were all lavender, and 3 of them were Dreamsicles. So based off the odds, I should at least had 1 snake that was a normal, 1 snake that was a pied het lavender, 1 snake that was a pied or a lavender het pied, and 1 snake that was a Dreamsicle. But I hit 3 Dreamsicles. And the crazy thing is, the ratios are pretty good too. 2 dreamsicles were female, 1 dreamsicle was male, and then the lavender het pieds were 1 to 1. So it was a pretty good ratio, if you ask me. And then also I have 3 boa babies. The boa, she gave birth. She's in here somewhere. She should be ready to eat here soon, but she gave birth to 19 babies. However, only 3 of them were alive. So there was a lot of stillbirths. And I'm not sure how that's supposed to work because sometimes they say it's because she's a first time breeder, but I'm not sure. I felt like that was a huge ratio of stillbirths, but I did last minute move her into this thing. I sold her big enclosure, so that could have possibly did it, but I'm not 100% sure because she didn't really move that much in her enclosure anyways. She was kind of just stuck in one spot, so I figured, it wouldn't be much of a difference in here. And actually, she's been more comfortable in here, but again, that could have still been the issue. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. These flies are destroying my mojo. So don't really got much going on, just selling everything. I have probably sold about 60% of my collection already. If you are not on Morph Market, get on Morph Market because I'm doing auctions and stuff on there, sales and stuff on there, because even though I have till the end of the year, I do have a limit because it's supposed to get cold sometime in October, sometime in November, depending on how this year goes. And so I will have a limited amount of time to ship things out. So if you are not already on Morph Market, following my store, or just looking at my store, I don't care if you follow it, just check it out, make an account. It's pretty simple. And so I have been listing a lot of hog noses. I just started listing baby ball pythons. I have had a lot of adult ball pythons, a lot of adult bearded dragons on there. I'm not selling any boas, and I'm not selling any hog nose adults or sub adults. Those are all staying for the time being. I have not decided. There's 2 hog noses. These 2 here, they're both normal 66% het leucistic. I don't know if I want to keep them and prove them out 2 years from now. I think I might just sell them. I'm not really sure yet. Because in order for me to prove them out 2 years from now, I'll also have to buy a het leucistic male or a visual leucistic male for them. And that's, I don't know if I want to do that. So that's where we're at. Also, if you are still here watching the video, make sure you check out my car channel, That Cuban Car Guy. I do post some stuff like on the YouTube page for that. Like I'll share the video that just went up on that channel and stuff like that. But yeah, go check it out. Support me over there until I figure out what I'm doing with QB Tails and Scales. Because I don't know. I have moved a lot of things. There's a gym over there now. There's a gym over there. I had so much empty space. My wife was like, well, you could just put a gym out there and I'll use it. And I was like, I ain't got nothing else to put there. This is a whole freaking wall of empty space. So there you go. Now there's a gym over there. I am only down to 1 rack of snakes now. Besides this rack, this one I bought separately. This one was a custom one I ordered just to have the snakes that I was keeping. But all the other racks I have 1 left to sell, but there's only like 6 or 8 snakes in there maybe that are available. All the other ones are sold or ready to be sold, or not ready to be sold, on hold. So the people are still paying them off. So, I'm hoping that by end of September, or at least end of October, I'll have everything that's selling sold. And yeah. Hognose babies, adorable. I don't know how else. You know what? I'm going to make a video strictly on hognose babies because I think everyone needs a hognose in their life. And I was planning on getting rid of hognoses too until I had hognose babies. And I was like, these things are thebomb.com. Like, super chill, super sassy. I'll say that first. They are super sassy. But once you put them in your hand, they're pretty chill. And they're, unlike ball pythons ball up. They're super playful too. Now, I only have had the boa babies for like 2 weeks, so I'm not 100% sure how those are, but I assume they're better than ball pythons too, because of the fact that they don't really ball up, you know. So far for the 2 weeks that I've had them, they're, you know, they move around your hand. They're pretty interactive. None of them have tried striking me yet, but again, it's only 3, so it's not 19 like it could have been. So it was a litter of 19 with 4 infertile eggs. So 4 duds, 19 babies, 3 of them were alive. So it was a huge first time clutch in my opinion, or first time litter in my opinion. It would have been great if all of them came out alive, but this has not been my year. But it will be. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have changed. I'll probably make another video on that, talking about things that have changed in my life, because although all of this negative stuff has happened, there has been a lot of positives, absolutely a lot of positives in my life ever since all this started. And you would think that, you know, it just, so most people are like, oh, you know, they just keep knocking me while I'm down. Well, no, that's not what happened. I got down and Lord Jesus kept lifting me up, man. It was something else. I got knocked down. Work got really difficult. I'll just make another video about that, because I feel like I need to make a motivational video after all the videos that I've made about just this whole situation. So with all that said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out in the future. There will be stuff in the future. I don't know how often, but there will be stuff. So like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Peace.